to adopt your position. Yeah. And so why do we have these arguments? I don't know. When I was your age, I was in arguments all the time. I was ridiculous. And I don't think I realized that I was not winning ever. Other examples of motivated reasoning include motivated handling of evidence. People tend to attach more significance to facts that cut their way, and they argue that these facts are more important. This becomes very obvious in political domains, where people say, "Oh, the real evidence supports, my candidate." Motivated group affiliation. Fair weather fans. Don't be one of these, especially here. We need to support Cal Bears regardless of whether we're doing well or doing badly. They did a really good study demonstrating the fair weather fan effect. They called people, I think, at Arizona State University the day after the football team either won or lost, and they asked them, how did the football team do on Saturday? And people would say, well, after wins, they'd say, well, we did really great. We triumphed over the competition. They really sucked and were really awesome. If they'd lost, if the team had lost, they'd say, they didn't do very well. They're not as good a team as we thought they were at the end of the year, and so on. What's the difference? After they win, they say we. After a loss, they say they, right? It's motivated group affiliation. You're affiliating with the group and saying you're in the group when it's winning, and you're saying you're distancing yourself from the group when they're losing. So don't do that. We are Cal Bears all the time. And we'll have more on this later when we get to identification processes. Also, motivated recall. People tend to very conveniently remember the facts that feed into their positions and reflect well on them, more than those which do not. I had a friend in college who did this like crazy. He never remembered anything that ever cut against him, and he was wrong all the time. Like, this guy was so wrong, he remembered that one thing that supported his position. So people tend to recall facts and evidence and endorse their assumptions more than those that don't. Self-handicapping. You remember how I just said that I was going to pass out? That's self-handicapping. What is self-handicapping? It's when you employ some sort of handicap or make light of something that's impairing your behavior or performance in order to explain your substandard behavior or performance. So we all know people who claim to get drunk the night before the SAT. Or do we all know this? I do. Like, my friends are different from your friends, I guess. But I have dozens of friends who are like, oh, yeah, I didn't take it seriously. I was so drunk that night, Also, sick before the big game. Or blind spot. What was I talking about? I don't know what the blind spot thing is. You have a gimme leg. You have outdated equipment. I used to play tennis with a guy who would complain every time that his tennis racket was outdated and not as good as mine. And I would be like, well, you can get a new tennis racket. It's not like mine's that nice, But people tend to invoke either real or feigned self-handicaps. So sometimes they're real, sometimes they're feigned. Like my friend's tennis racket was fine. We were competing on a level playing field, and I was just better at tennis than he was. That's not fair. Okay. But sometimes they're real. Sometimes people point out self-handicaps that are totally real. Like I faced prejudice and discrimination as I tried to make it in society, and that helps explain some of my struggles. There's also this very interesting tendency for men to do this more than women. They did a very, very revealing and interesting experiment involving a sort of red pill, blue pill scenario. They had men and women take a test, like an intelligence test, and they said, we'll pay you based on your performance on this test. So the better you do, not only we feel better about your intelligence and all that, we'll also pay you more money. And you can take the red pill or the blue pill. The red pill will make you better at this test. The blue pill will make you worse at this test. So which pill do you think the women took on average? Exactly. They took the pill that would make them better at the test because women make sense. Which pill do you think the men took? The blue pill, the one that made them worse at the test. Why on earth did they do this? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. But presumably some sort of ego defense, right? If you have the handicap, then if you fail, you're like, well, I had to take that pill that made me worse at it. It's not me, it's the pill. If you do well, you're like, I triumphed over the blue pill. And it makes your victory all the more glorious. Other examples of self-serving biases include the above-average effect. I find this fascinating. I love the above-average effect. And one of my colleagues is the one that came up with it, Dave Dunning. He's really cool. And you're supposed to read an above-average effect article, I believe, next week. The above-average effect is the tendency of people to believe that they are above average in value domains. You don't want to be above average in crappy domains. You want to be above average in the good ones. And another thing that's been called is the Lake Wobegon effect, or Wobegon, whatever. Does anybody know what that refers to? Wobegon, thank you. Prairie Home Companion, exactly. How many of you listen to Prairie Home Companion on NPR? Okay, so I used to not like this show, and then I found myself riding around one day in a traffic jam listening to it and being like so into it, and I was like, oh my god, I feel kind of old now. Because, and no offense to those of you who raise your hands, but this movie sucks. This is the movie that was done about the Prairie Home Companion, and it's just unwatchable. But nonetheless, I'm not criticizing. I'm now totally into this radio show, and it's such a depressing thing. Okay, so what is the Lake Wobegon effect? Well, it is the tendency of people to view themselves as above average in value domains, and it's a reference to this joke thing from Lake Wobegon when they introduced Lake Wobegon. It's the place where all children are above average. Why is that funny? Maybe isn't that funny, but it's supposed to be funny because everybody can't be above average, right? 100% of people can't be above the median, the midpoint on the scale, okay? Again, I'm really sorry you people that really like Prairie Home Companion, because I do too. Okay, there's several music examples of the above average effect. Most people believe that they are more popular than average. Really, people, like a huge proportion of people think that they're above average in popularity. People also tend to believe that they're more attractive than average, that they're above average in attractiveness. People really believe they're above average drivers, even though as far as I can tell, they're almost all below average drivers. And this one's amusing. Most professors believe that they're above average teachers, and we really do, and it's not true. Somehow, magically, 90% of us are below average, including myself, I'm sure. Okay, my favorite example of the above average effect, because it's so striking, you never see results that are this striking, is a college board survey of 829,000 college seniors who were taking the SAT right beforehand and had to answer an above average effect type question. And they were asked, how good are you at getting along with others, right? And you're thinking to yourself, I'm pretty good getting along with others, right? Yeah. Well, so did 99.9% of college seniors. Like all but like 15 or something like that out of 829,000 college seniors. That's exaggerated. But anyways, well less than 1% felt that they were below average at getting along with others. And again, this is ironic since most people seem to be bad at getting along with others. 25% rated themselves as top 1 percentile. And that's truly ridiculous, right? Like, you should be very reluctant to rate yourself 99th percentile on anything. You gotta think about that. 99th percentile? Really? Are you sure? But of course we all are. In fact, I don't know about you, but I used to get test scores back, right? Like those standardized test scores, and I'd be like, 75th percentile, obviously that's a bullshit test, Like, 98th percentile, that one's better. That one kind of makes sense, 99th percentile, that's the smartest, most well-designed test I've ever taken. But then again, there's also this below average effect, which is interesting, which was discovered by this guy, Justin Kruger, at Cornell University. Around the time that I was at Cornell, Justin's a really smart dude. He comes up with smart ideas, and he wrote a paper called Lake Wobegon Be Gone. Did I mispronounce that again? Lake Wobegon? I got it right that time? Okay. So Lake Wobegon Be Gone, where he was saying that actually in some domains, people tend to underestimate their ability. They tend to say that most people tend to say they're below average, when of course, most people are average, or on average, people are average. Or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say, I hope. So for example, people tend to underestimate their juggling ability. Why? Because juggling's freaking hard, So most people, when they answer these questions and think about this, they say, how good am I at this? And they say driving, I'm a great driver, I'm above average. And they say juggling, am I good? No, I'm not a good juggler, so I must be below average. But when everybody says that, you get this very skewed sense where the population level, most people think that they're below average stuff. People underestimate their odds of living past 100. Most people think they're below average in their odds. They think they live past 100, that's like never gonna happen, that seems impossible. But everybody can't be below average in their odds of living past 100. And Justin Kruger explained this with a classic cognitive explanation called anchor and adjustment. And anchor and adjustment is a really cool idea that cognitive psychologists came up with about how we think. And the anchor and adjustment idea is basically this, that when you're thinking about something, you quickly anchor on some initial thought, and then you have further thoughts, you entertain complexities, you think about gray areas, and you sort of gradually adjust to a more accurate sense of things. But the problem with anchor and adjustment is the anchor is sticky. And when you're pulling away, it's like pulling on a rubber band that's set around a nail. And you never get all the way to reality. Instead, you're kind of stuck really close to that first thought you had, that first impression, that first cognition, that anchor. So an example would be, you're asked, are you a good driver? And you say, oh, yeah, I'm a great driver. You're asked, are you above average driver, and you say, oh yeah, I'm a great driver. Of course, you anchor on that. You anchor basically on 99th percentile, and then you say, oh wait, other people are pretty good drivers too. Oh, Joe's a better driver than me. I got in 3 accidents last year, and you take into account more stuff, and you kind of gradually go, wait, maybe I'm not perfect at this, but you never get to 50th percentile. Or on average, you don't get 50th percentile. Likewise, you're asked, are you above or below average at juggling? And you say, oh, I'm freaking awful at juggling, 0 percentile. Oh wait, everybody's freaking awful at juggling. Oh wait, I can actually juggle 2 things for like 5 seconds. Oh, actually, you know, I'm not that bad. You never get to 50th percentile or an accurate self-read on how good a juggler you are. Does this make sense? So anchoring adjustment's a powerful idea because you see it in a lot of domains. You see it with people's social perception, right? People anchor on a first impression of you, and then they never really take into account other information, and that can lead to really bad dating scenarios. Yes. That's not the, yeah, no, okay, so the question is, how do they assess the below average effect is basically, and the way they do it is they ask you, what percentile are you in juggling skill? And we know that on average, that the average ought to be 50th percentile when we total them all up, but instead it's like 35th percentile. So people are on average rating themselves too low. It's useful that they know the baseline is 50th percentile. That way they don't have to actually go see how good jugglers they are. But they have done some research where they did then see how good they really are at the stuff, but I don't remember why. Okay. Okay, another thing that Dave Dunning at Cornell University did, it's another clever experiment very related to self-serving biases, is his unskilled and unaware of it finding. What was that? That was weird. His unskilled and unaware of it finding. And this is, you're assigned to read this, I'm not going to go into a lot of depth on this, but the basic idea of unskilled and unaware of it is that people tend to overestimate their ability in value domains. That's the above average effect. But what he finds, and this relates to your question, what he finds is that that's worse for people who are bad in those domains. So the people that most exaggerate their ability in some domain, like doing good at math, or working, mathematics, but doing work in some workplace environment, the people who most overestimate their abilities are the people who are worst at that job, or whatever. Now, if you're anything like me, you're immediately thinking of some coworker you had or something who was certain that they were outstanding at the job you were both doing and was actually terrible at this job, right? And the trick about this tendency is that people are unaware of it, right? Like they then become, their incompetence is invisible to them. The people with the least competence in some domain most overestimate their abilities and therefore can't see that they're unskilled and just get out of your way so that you can do whatever the job is, right? I used to work in kitchens. I was a cook for like a year, and I worked with many people who were unskilled and unaware of it. But then the trick is, how do I know I wasn't unskilled and unaware of it? I wouldn't know. So perhaps I was the asshole. Okay. It's important to always ask that question. Okay, another one, the holier than thou effect. This is basically the above average effect in moral domains. So it's just a subset of the above average effect, which is itself a subset of all self-serving biases. So people tend to believe that they're basically more moral than average and less immoral than average. So they think they're less likely to obey obedience commands in the Milgram experiment, which you've all seen, so I don't have to explain what that means. They believe that they're more likely to cooperate in a prisoner's dilemma, which is a situation where you can cooperate or defect on a partner. Defection is essentially immoral. They believe that they're more likely to give up their seat to a pregnant woman. These are all percentile things. So when they're asked, what percentile are you in terms of your probability of giving up your seat to a pregnant woman on the bar or something like that, people will say, oh, I'm like 80th percentile, 90th percentile. But of course, everybody can't be 80th, 90th percentile. And Epley and Dunning show that this is driven by misperceiving the self, not others. Basically, people tend to see themselves as more moral than they really are. They kind of got everybody else right. They kind of know, yeah, everybody else is a mix of morality, but I am morally perfect. And that skews people's self-ratings relative to others. And so when you predict for yourself, you underweight. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, right. This could be repaired if you gave enough weight to how moral everybody else is. Your estimates can be better, but you tend to not weight your assessments of others, or you focus too much on your own excessively flattering assessments of your own morality and not enough on this very accurate data you have about everybody else's morality. Sorry, I got a little confused. Okay, so some quotes that I'll leave you with at the end of today's lecture about self-serving biases. Pride goeth before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. That's often called pride goeth before the fall. It's a quote from the Bible from Borges. The image of the Lord has been replaced by a mirror. And the great social psychologist Ice Cube said, check yourself before you wreck yourself. And he meant it. And it is true. I think you'll see across the course of this semester that Ice Cube is one of the most brilliant social psychologists of all time. And